been on my grind just to live it out. Say what's on your mind just to hear it loud. Everybody knows me, really that's the old me. Going through some changes right here and now. I've been on my grind just to live it out. Say what's on your mind just to hear it loud. Everybody knows me, really that's the old me. Going through some changes right here and now.
And we are back with another episode of the Dope Individuals Only podcast. I'm Eric, the host, and I'm up here with two dope individuals.
Yes,
please introduce yourselves.
My name's Hamp H.R. Smith.
Hey.
And then Brandon Vigo.
Hey. Y'all niggas look so modest. They was just in here talking hella shit. Yo, man, I appreciate your time.
Yes, sir.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
guys for coming up here,
Thanks
being
for
part
having
of the
us,
show. This has been in the making for quite some time. We've been trying to do this for a little bit. You fucking even booked a day, and we didn't get it done that day either.
Right.
I was like, Vigo don't fuck with me. and we're missing one of the trio.
Andrew.
Y'all want to give him a shout out?
Yeah,
Shout out
Andrew
Andrew
Atiyeh, man.
know what I mean?
Couldn't be here today, but he definitely wanted to be here.
Listen, they don't like him. You got to hear these guys talk shit to each other on Xbox.
And so it's all tough love.
Yeah,
man. All
right.
tough love.
You hear it the most, but it's funny. Like when I'm on there, I'm playing Call of Duty and y'all playing 2K or some shit. And you're like, yo, pass the fucking ball, bro. It's like, yo. It sounds like brothers arguing. It's funny as hell.
That's definitely what it is, man.
It's all tough love, man. It's been being around people for so long. You just give them every emotion you got at that point, and they respect it and treat you how you are for that. So.
Does it like when did y'all meet each other?
10th grade.
10th grade. Okay, so we're talking like 15 years old.
Right.
Does it still feel like when y'all met each other? Like, is that what the relationship is like still? Or because I noticed like with my friends, if I met them at like 10 years old, that's how we fuck around. Like we still,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like we talk shit like that, everything. So is it still the same between you guys? Like.
I would say so. Yeah, I think like you said, being around people again just for so long, you kind of just like, well, you're gonna love me for me, so I could do everything that I want to and be myself. You're just gonna be like, it's just HR acting up again. It's whatever, man. I'm gonna go for a day. I'll talk to him in 2 days. He'll be all right. Stuff like that.
Emotional.
Yeah.
You're getting emotional today.
And I feel like that's like the whole friend group too. Like it's not just like us joking with each other. We joke with like all of our friends, any of our friends that we ever met and became like real cool with. We always joke around with them.
That's what's up. I realized that too. It's like these relationships that we built when we were teenagers, man. I didn't realize how many people were. There's a lot of motherfuckers I don't talk to today that I was cool with.
Right.
You know what I mean? Niggas really do fall off,
Right.
but for the few like that, the relationships we value, you know what I'm saying? Like those relationships, they just grow and grow and grow and build on top of that.
Right.
So I think it's really dope that y'all two, cause y'all what, 26 now, 27?
27.
I'm 28, man.
turned
I'm
28.
almost at 30,
28
man.
next Saturday, man.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Okay, how's it feel almost being on the cusp of 30?
I don't feel that 30. I'm still 28, man.
Yeah?
I got
Nothing hurts yet?
Nah, no. I feel like I did when I was 16.
You gotta speak for himself, man. You gotta speak for himself. It's hard waking up. My back hurt. My elbow. Or my elbows hurt. Like what?
Your elbows? Mine is the
bro.
knee. Mine is the knees.
Nah,
like,
man.
yo, it's crazy how just like I still like spirit wise, I still feel like a 15-year-old kid.
Right.
But then like I wake up on days, it's just like, hey, nigga, everything hurts, bro. You gotta like limber up before the fucking day begins.
Right.
That's funny though, and I think it's a true testament to like. We are really getting older, and it makes you truly appreciate the fact that like motherfuckers is still here, because not everybody makes it to this point, and that's what these hoodies are about, correct?
Correct.
So let the people know what KNT is, what you guys do, how it started. You know what I mean? The floor is yours.
So KNT Basketball is just a organization that was created by me, the gentleman here, and the other man that's not here, Andrew.
Don't say just a.
What do you mean?
Don't say just a,
Well,
bro.
it's-
What y'all do? Listen, y'all up here because y'all do some great shit.
Exactly, yeah. I think it's taken a turn in the right direction, but we just try to connect to our whole community in the mental health aspect of any way that men, but then it's just everybody, just making sure everybody's mental health is good to go, because it's something that can really tear you down. The basketball tournament is named after our good friend Kobee that we knew, again, one of those long-lasting relationships. I knew him since I was in kindergarten. So he lost his battle with mental health and committed suicide. So about a month after he did that, less than a month, we put a tournament together and created a tournament and just kind of ran with it because a lot of people liked the idea.
Yeah.
And we realized, again, our biggest saying is it's bigger than basketball. So we realized, hey, this is a tournament, but this isn't even what we're trying to do with that.
This isn't the end goal here. The end goal is much bigger.
It's way bigger than that. So we just teamed up actually with a new nonprofit, HSI, Humanitarian Social Innovations.
Shout out.
Shout out to them, of course. Just working with them to reach the best, our best selves with our organization and our community.
That's beautiful, bro. You want to add anything to that?
Yeah, I was gonna say it really is a different type of tournament. It's like what he's saying. It's not only about basketball. We're bringing the community together. We're bringing people of all ages together. We'll have speakers there just to talk about mental health, how hard it can be getting through it. But there's always somebody there that you can talk to. So like I said, it's not like just an average tournament here in Allentown. It's something that it's really special to be a part of, and I'm just happy that I was a part of creating it with these guys.
What you guys have managed to put together over the past couple years, and it's only been growing each year. Like being on the outside, being able to watch it and go to these tournaments and show up and then be part of the culture you guys are building down there when you guys are having these tournaments. Bro, it's awesome. And then for you to say that it was just about a month after his passing is when you guys get this ball rolling. Why a basketball tournament? Why use basketball as the vessel to kind of push the message of what you guys are trying to push?
What I'll say is, Kobee was a basketball player. We played basketball since we were young, so it was doing something that he loved.
Okay.
But at the same time, I feel like it was reaching out to a community. I was a basketball player too. Reaching out to a community that doesn't really think about their mental health or doesn't really think that it matters. A lot of athletes are like, well, I'm a man. I shouldn't cry.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have those extra feelings because I'm just a man. But it's like, no, everybody goes through that. You should have that conversation if you feel that way.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it gets to the point where you're all into your head and you can't take it, and then it's like,
now you're trying to juggle
exactly.
life and everything that
and
comes
it's too
with
much.
it.
And if you have somebody to talk to, you might be able to get some of that off your back and feel a lot better. And I feel like the basketball community, especially in the Lehigh Valley, in this area, like a lot of people like that don't really think about that.
I would agree with that, especially like growing up. You hear certain things like big boys don't cry, suck that shit up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The world's gonna treat you unfair, so you got to learn to like take it. But at some point, it does get the workload does get heavy, the weight does get heavy. You know what I'm saying? And you need people there to help you to lift that shit.
Right.
So I want to talk about Kobee per se, like himself and things like that. I want you guys to let the people know what he was like. You know what I'm saying? And what do you guys think about what you're doing to honor him? You know what I'm saying?
So in my opinion, Kobee was a great guy, man. He used to, every holiday, he'd come to my house. It'd be Thanksgiving. Doesn't matter what holiday it was, and he just would bring a smile. Always had a whole bunch of jokes to say, but it was always a good time to hang out with him. When that happened, I was in like shock. Like I haven't cried in years. Just like you said, you told you're not supposed to cry. You're not supposed to do any of those things as a man. And when that happened, man, it hurt.
It should have break you.
Right. When I say he was my roommate for years too, when we went over to ESU together, things like that.
Oh shit, I didn't know you guys were college roommates.
Yeah, we were roommates for about probably 4 years over there. And like I said, it was tough, man. It's like losing a brother. You know what I mean?
You spend 3 years sharing the same space with somebody. Like you got to smell his funky ass socks. You know what I'm saying? He might be getting some ass in the room, and you hungry and you want to go lay down. And you can't even get in because you got to wait for him to handle his business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you there, like when he's like, "Yo, man, I can't figure out this fucking paper." You know what I mean? Just all that shit.
Right.
Like, so yeah, I totally understand that.
I would say the same thing. Kobee was like, before the day that he left, he was a part of my family. He'd come to all the cookouts and people be like, yo, where's Kobee? I don't see you without Kobee. Like, so everything that I did for I say 2 years straight, I was with this dude every day. And they
Fucking
just kind of
rolly.
right. You know what I mean? Again, knew him since kindergarten, so I already knew what it was. Like you said, you know what you're going to get from somebody.
Yeah.
You may get that attitude, you may get this and that, but it was cool because that's my brother.
That's your brother, yeah.
So like he said, when it occurred, I was at work and I went on Facebook and seen it. And I was like, huh?
Yeah, like what?
I was
It
like,
can't
on
be
Facebook.
true,
I was like,
man.
not
There's no
Kobee.
way.
And then I get the
done
call.
been
Instantly,
there where you
instantly.
find out somebody passes away on Facebook.
Facebook. I was like, social media. Like, that's the age we really live in. Like, I can't get a call, not a text from nobody. Like,
Right.
I got to go on social media thinking I'm going to work, and I'm like, I grabbed my phone. I was at the airport. I grabbed my phone. I threw my phone and ran outside. They're like, what's wrong? I was like, I just need like an hour. Like, just let me go.
Right.
And I was just like out of it for a while. But it was like losing somebody like that really just brought energy to everything that you did. It was hard. But again, back to the second part, like with the tournament, that's why we keep it alive, to let people know that, you know, his spirit is still here.
Right.
He had challenges and faced difficulties, but people need to acknowledge that and make sure that's not them themselves, so that they can grow as a person and not face the same thing that he did. You know?
So as far as like you guys being his friends, you know what I'm saying, like in part of the inner circle, how has that changed you guys as far as how you show up for one another? Because that's part of it. Like, we all know 9 times out of 10 when somebody be like, yo, how's everything? We're probably like, everything's cool. Everything's all right.
Everything
Keep it
good.
nice and short.
Yeah,
right?
Keep it nice and short. Like, you
I
don't,
get that.
like, I understand the point of like, cause I'm the same way. You don't want to necessarily tell everybody your business, but when it's somebody that you consider your brother, you know what I'm saying? Like, has the way y'all shown up for each other changed since this incident occurred and, you know, you did lose a brother?
I think yes and no. I think all of our relationships were strong enough to the point where if we really like had something, like we would have that conversation. I think it did make us a little more vulnerable to each other. Like, hey, listen, man, I'm about to cry right now. Like, I just went through this. Like, it opened up those conversations.
Right.
So I definitely do think it did build our relationships and make them stronger as all of our friend groups. We got a friend group of like, there's like a group chat like 20 of us.
Holy shit.
And even
that's a lot.
sometimes it's just like,
bro, you missed that group. You missed a couple messages for an
Right.
hour, bro.
You're
There's like
lost.
147.
I don't respond in the group chat, bro. But a lot of it is just like us making jokes to make sure, you know, people are still laughing, still making sure that they're still there. You know, like, is everything good? If someone doesn't respond, they get a call or get a text in a different chat. Like, yo, you all right, man? You know, just caring for one another on another level. Like, we did it that much before, but now again, it's like really caring about somebody's life.
Yeah,
you
now
know?
now it's like more amplified because you know what it
can
costs.
happen. It
Yeah.
can happen.
Habit of
Right,
not
right.
reaching out, right?
And I think the biggest thing is like I don't think nobody ever thinks it can happen to them. That's the
Nah,
most
bro, not
fucked
at
up.
all.
Not at all.
Like
And
I
it-
said,
and-
this was like shocking. when
And
I
it's
moved
always
with that.
somebody like you said, where it's like he come to my house, he's eating at my crib, and he's always bringing the smiles, and you know what I'm saying. People are expecting them to see him when they see you,
Right.
and that ends up being the person is someone that nobody expects.
Right.
So I would say to that, like, you know, check up on your friends. You know what I
Right,
mean?
definitely.
How has this made you show up for your friends a little bit differently?
So I would say I'm more likely to reach out. So I won't lie. Normally, before that, I was real like, I'll text you once in a while. I'll see what you're up to. But, you know, I know we all have life going on, right? So
Right.
now I'm more likely to, like, I'll text you if I don't hear nothing back for like a day or two. Like, let me give him a call. You know what I mean? Let me see if everything is good. You know what I mean? But like I said, it's just crazy. It's crazy how life can change so quickly. And if you don't know how to handle these changes, you know what I mean, things like this can happen. So you just want to make sure you take care of your mental health.
That's a fact. That's a fact. After this situation occurs, you guys hit the drawing board. You're like, you know what? We're gonna do something to honor our boy. We're gonna build this tournament and things like that. But it sounds like you guys got right into work essentially. What did you guys do to kind of start to piece yourselves back together? Because I done been there. I done lost my best friend Kareem. Not in the same circumstances, but to gun violence and shit like that. So I know for me, it took a while for me to even be ready to talk about it, just because it is really hard, especially when you're really young. Like,
Right.
I lost my best friend at 17.
Yeah.
So that's for me, that's like before life even begins.
Right.
And for you guys are in your young 20s when this happened. So even in that aspect, you still got like real life experience. You guys didn't really have to deal with just yet. So how did you guys work through that?
I think it goes back to, like you said, just realizing that anything can happen to you. Seeing somebody like that could be so happy and so fulfilled with energy and just moving like nothing is wrong, and take that route means like, that reminds me of myself.
Right.
And a lot of people, when they see that, are like, well, you were just like him. Are you okay? And I'm like, well, I feel fine. But like, just because I'm like that doesn't mean someone else that's like me doesn't feel fine.
Right.
So I think it was really just looking back at myself and just making myself realize like, hey, it's okay to cry. Like, it's okay to go through every emotion that you have.
Right.
No one's going to look at you differently, because at the end of the day, you're still a man and still have to live your life tomorrow.
Yeah.
So whether you cry or not, or you feel some type of way, that's fine. We all have emotions and things that we go through, and it's just life. How we get through it is what builds who we really are.
Yeah.
So realizing that and going back and working on that with myself is like, It's like touching the ground and going back up. Like, who really am I? And finding myself and raising up from that.
You're digging deep.
Yeah.
And I think it kind of put a battery in our backs once, you know what I mean, it happened. It's like, okay, well, we don't want his spirit to be gone. We want to figure out a way to just keep his spirit alive and keep what he has going, what he had going on, I guess, prevalent. So
I respect
crazy.
that. I respect that. Bro, it's hard. It's hard. And it's crazy too, because ever since like I got out of high school, I've lost friends. Like, luckily right now I've been in a space where like I haven't really lost any friends in the past couple of years. But from the moment I got out of high school to maybe like 25 years old, I was like, especially when I was a teenager, and it really does something, because like it could be you, and if it hits so close to home. How did your parents help you guys do this? Like, you know, were your family supportive in these moments? Because I know, like, for me, my best friend did spend a lot of time at my house and shit like that. So he was very close to my mother, my sister, my brother, and they understand what that relationship was like, and it also affected them as well. So, you know, did family play a big role in this, and do they play a role in what you guys have going on now?
So I would say at that point, my now wife, she was pregnant.
Whoa.
Yes, sir.
Nigga sent me, he said, yo, you could watch the wedding from this link.
You ain't got
It's all love, it's all love, bro.
watch
It's all love. I'm fucking with you.
I even like that.
Yo, it was so funny. I was like, Vigo got the nerve. This guy's serious. Nah, bro, it's all love, dog.
But yeah, I was saying, so like my now wife, she was pregnant, and it probably happened. When it happened, I actually went to my mom's house because I was no longer living with my parents. And when I told her, she instantly grabbed me and gave me a hug. And she was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Mom, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know how I feel right now."
It's hard to process that shit, like in that moment.
Right, so she's like, I don't know. And she's like, okay, well, if you want, you know what I mean, Eric can come over, you guys can hang out, I'll cook for you guys, and we'll just talk, you know what I mean? We'll talk about the good times, talk about the bad times. And that's how, I mean, so they definitely did help me get over it. Not get over it, but, you know what I mean, get through it, get through that situation, so.
That hug probably bro, that shit probably came at like the perfect moment, dog.
Right.
Like, even when you just don't even know how to process what you're going through in that moment. Because it is a culture shock.
Right.
What about for you?
No, I agree. I think my parents have always been like my outlet for that. So that was like the first time I could say since I was like a little ass kid, bro. Like, I ran into my dad, see me, he didn't say nothing. He just hugged me, and I just started like broke down. Like, damn. He was like, "It's okay. We're gonna be good." And that was, like I said, since I was a little ass kid. Because again, my dad was always like scuff my knee, man. Shut your ass up, get upstairs. Like, listen, bleed.
I remember, bro.
Like, it's tough. So it was like to have that. Like, I knew like this was something that was like, it wasn't just me. I was like bugging out about. You know what I mean? Because my parents felt that too. My dad, even to this day, my dad said he was driving to work and seen a car sitting where he occurred at, where he was probably sitting in his car before it happened. He's like, if I'd have known, like, I might have stopped over, you know, but he drove past and didn't say nothing, then he gets a call.
Yeah.
And my mom, the same thing. My mom is very emotional, so she called me crying. Like, that was her own son. Like, are you serious?
Yeah.
So having that with them and going through that with them made it really feel like it was somebody in my family. So they really helped me get through that and really understand, like, again, it's okay to feel bad, to feel down about stuff, you know?
Yeah.
I was gonna say in my spot too, it's probably my first experience of like someone that I really, you know what I mean, messed with, I really cared about passing too, because a lot of times, you know, I haven't really had too many passings in my family, thank God, but that just was like the first real occurrence of that happening. So it's like I said, I really didn't know how to handle it.
That is tough, bro.
And then it was during COVID too, right?
Like right after 2021.
Yeah, it was like around COVID time, I believe.
That was a rough like 2 years,
Yeah,
bro.
bro.
Right.
Just like of everything.
Nothing.
Yeah, doing nothing.
Nothing.
You know, as I don't want to piss on the parade. The pandemic was actually a really good time for me personally. Bro, there was a lot of fucked up shit going on in the world. I'm not oblivious to like people were having real world problems, but for me personally, it was like the first time I ever got to enjoy being an adult. And I got to enjoy being an adult by being a child. Like
There you go.
it's weird. That was the first time I ever like didn't have to go to work.
Right.
I got to play video games. I got to spend the majority of my time at home with my family. Like I used to be a truck driver, so I go. There was times like I fucking got stuck in Ohio one time for 5 days. I was gone for 5 days. I didn't see my kids and my wife. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit wears on you when you're used to seeing them on a regular basis. So, you know, but that was also at a time where like I also had to show up for my friends because like my boy Marcel, he lost his grandfather in that time. And one of my other friends, he lost his grandmother at that time. So like people's aunts, my uncle was in the hospital really, really sick. I wasn't sure about him if he was gonna make it. So that was a really rough time for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody was going through something. And then to add this on top of that, you know, that gets tough. I'm really proud of what you guys have accomplished though, because what you guys set out to do as far as like with this basketball tournament and raising awareness, the community seems to be very responsive to it. You know what I'm saying? Just like, it wasn't last year, it was the year before. I go down there and I see the mayor just like sitting on the bench with all the players. You know what I'm saying? Like he's the one.
Check in, right?
Yeah, he's the one. Well, yeah, you got to check in. He's the one white dude out there full with a bunch of hood niggas. You know what I'm saying? Balling, but they're out there for the same reason, and it's to celebrate the life of Kobee and everything that stands for. What do you guys do with like any proceeds and things like that goes to the tournament?
So all proceeds go directly to our nonprofit, which HR mentioned earlier. We take nothing. None of the money that we raise goes to us. It goes straight to fight mental health. Last year we worked with the American Foundation of Suicide Prevention, and all of our proceeds went to them. This year we're sending a portion of the proceeds to them. We're also trying to develop with ASD 2 scholarships. One scholarship for a male athlete, another scholarship for a female athlete. We've been working on it for probably a couple weeks now. Shout out to Rick.
Richard.
Shout out to Richard.
Why you say to Rick?
He's been good. Richard. Shout out to Richard. He's been helping us get everything, putting everything together.
Bro, that's fire as fuck. I don't want to glance past that. Like y'all, man, give yourself a pat on the back, dog. We gotta get the applause for that.
Yeah, we're working on it.
We're gonna get the applause. But bro, that's absolutely fire. Like you guys are taking something that was a very dark day for many people, and you guys are giving people opportunity. Not only raising awareness, raising money, putting y'all money where y'all mouth is, but you guys are also trying to give people an opportunity to go even a little bit further. Right. That's beautiful. Whose idea was that to like, we could scale this even higher. We can give somebody a scholarship. Like,
so I think we had like a little conversation and we all kind of pitched in like, what can we do to basically better our community? And I wouldn't say I came up with the idea. I would say we all collectively.
I wouldn't say I did. That's why I'm waiting to see what you said. Because you're going to start something later.
I respect it.
I would say
they
we
brought
all
it up, and I was like,
it's a collective. Yeah,
I agreed with the idea. I didn't
Right.
come up with it. I'll say that. I didn't come up with that idea. I agreed with it, but I won't.
That's awesome.
Right.
That like y'all like, let's put our brains together and let's figure out how we could even make this even bigger than what it is. And I love the fact that you're like, the money goes to our nonprofit and then our nonprofit donates it to over here. We see a lot of motherfuckers that use nonprofits to like just solely
check.
as a wealth tool.
Yeah, to
Right.
get their check.
And they line their pockets with it. But you guys are like, nah, man, we could do great things with this money. And this is why like my wife and I, we come out and we try to show support in any way that we can, because like I knew that, but I want the people to know that you guys do incredible shit with everything. And I love that, bro. I love the fact that we can do something as small as trying to donate to keep this thing alive and keep this train rolling, because I love what you guys are doing. I love the people that are behind it, and I love what you guys are doing with all the resources that you get handed. You know what I'm saying? That's hella commendable.
Appreciate
bro.
that, bro.
Yeah, we
Thank you
definitely
for that.
appreciate what you guys have
Hell
done
yeah,
for
bro.
us over the
Thank you.
years. Since year one, you guys have been
Been
helping us out with this.
Well, I'll
and
be there
we
again this
appreciate
year.
it.
I'm serious about. Listen, I'm thinking about putting a team in. So if anybody wants to come and ball for the dope individual squad, let me know, because I want at least 10 or 11 players on the roster.
Eric's playing point guard, he said, so we're ready to see that.
Bro,
plays like Draymond.
Listen, I'll bring the ball up a little bit.
Nah.
I'll bring it up a couple times.
Eric might be coaching.
He's coaching, right?
Eric's going to be coaching.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Start him at the center position.
I lock up. I hustle down the floor.
He do got hustle. He does hustle.
Fast
He does
break
hustle.
points.
Fast
Listen,
break.
I ain't the greatest shooter, but I'll get boards. I'll do all the ugly plays nobody else wants to do. I'm
Right,
getting
right,
hustle
right.
points.
Uh-huh.
I'll get hustle points. Niggas be lazy on the
Yeah,
court.
what
B.
doesn't go on the
It's,
stat
It's
sheet.
hot. It's summertime. You're
Yeah.
sweating. Yeah, nah. I got a motor, dog.
That's
So-
what wins the games, bro. It doesn't
Right.
go on the stat sheet.
Yeah,
you know? You
yeah.
got 0,
You-
0, and 0.
yeah,
Then you
you'll
won the
see-
game,
yeah.
bro. People
I
don't
have
understand that.
a
either,
Dennis
man.
Rodman stat line with no
Yeah.
problem, bro. 0 points, 20 minutes, 19 boards,
Bruh.
no complaints.
Everybody want to be Jordan, bro.
Yeah,
Nobody
everybody
want
want
to
to be Jordan, nigga. I do not mind leading the pack, and I do not mind falling in line. At the end of the day, team sports is about winning.
Right.
Winning. Simple as that, bro.
Right.
No man is bigger than the team. That's something like I be trying to tell my son. It's like, bro, like I understand you're not getting the ball, but you blitzing right now. Go get some fucking sacks,
get
bro.
the sack.
Yeah.
Get the sack. You might get the
Right.
ball.
Yeah,
Until
bro.
you're on the field, right?
Yeah,
Go make something happen.
yeah. Like you getting an opportunity, bro. That's what this is
Right.
about.
Exactly.
Opportunity.
Opportunity, right.
Freaking. I see. Last year we was out there, me, Reed, Frank, and we all out there. We was watching your game. My man came down. He got a steal to the house. Got the layup. Came back down. Somebody else stole the ball. You stopped at the corner 3. You hit one. I was like, okay, nigga still got a little bit of money.
I get hot, man. I
Juice in
get
the
hot,
tank.
man. You know, when I get hot, it's over.
You said hit a 3?
Yeah,
Hit a three?
that's why we started going crazy. Because he's like a mid-range board guy. You know what I'm saying? Like
come on,
at least
man.
from what I remember. But he stopped right there, like on the elbow, bro, and pulled that shit like he knew it was cash.
Right.
Yeah, man.
I fuck
You
with
know?
it though.
And that's just honestly confidence of the tournament too. When you're playing for something that you're in, like I could do whatever even if I can't do it. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
I'm gonna try to do it too.
the atmosphere is right too. I love like because all of our friends are down there. Like
Right.
people you haven't seen in years pop
right.
up just to watch people come out and play ball. You got people's kids out there. I take my kids down there. Bro, it's a huge thing what you guys have started and only begin to really see how far it can go. I mean, just probably 2 years ago, y'all probably weren't talking about scholarships.
Right.
Here you are.
Yeah, I know we have a lot more coming this year too.
Right, yeah,
We've been
yeah.
reaching out to a lot of different aspects of Allentown to try to see about how we can continue to grow and
Right.
Are there-
hopefully this year it should happen.
Are there any ideas that like you guys want to do this year, but are probably like, we might not have enough time to kind of put this together?
So I
Because
know-
you never know who's going to see this video. They might be like, yo, I want to be involved in that.
Yeah.
So I know in the past, we originally had the idea of doing some type of youth tournament involved in it as well.
That's fire.
Probably get the city leagues involved and things like that. I'm not sure what will happen this year, but hopefully in the future we can get something like that going. Kind of have that old sports fest feel where you had a whole bunch of different age groups playing. So hopefully that can be
I
a thing in
think,
the future.
honestly, I think we could actually do that.
I
I think I
that's
could
fire.
be instrumental in helping with that too. I know because of like my son plays all these youth sports, I get an opportunity to be around a whole bunch of fucking skilled ass little kids, and they're multi-sport athletes. That, you know what I'm
Play
saying?
anything, yeah.
So I mean, depending on how fast you guys want to at least get to the drawing board, bro, I would love to be a part of that.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? So. If y'all got some kids
Right.
and
Bring
they
them
want
out.
to play basketball, bring your kids.
We know you got kids.
Bring your kids. You know what I'm saying? Trick Daddy love the kids. For real.
As a matter of fact, so how does the youth actually like sign up and stuff? Is it like through online registration, or do you have to like do it in person, stuff like that?
So I know.
I think when it would happen, we would put a link on our website, and then you would it would depend on how many people we would get. If we would get 2 teams and maybe like 7 kids, maybe we would try to divide the teams up and mix them up or something like that, or have individual kids like we were talking about the random like,
Bro,
game.
2
and
teams?
stuff
Right.
like that.
Two
the
teams,
kids
bro.
play, and they play twice on Saturday,
guarantee
once on Sunday for a championship.
I guarantee you, we can get at least 8.
So I
8
even-
teams. I guarantee you.
I was gonna say
there's
I
so
even
many
know-
little kids out here, bro.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Even with the city league stuff, I was thinking maybe we could reach out to them because I know they do their tournaments throughout the summer. So
Yeah.
maybe they can put their teams as part of our tournament and then have like a champions thing, or at the end.
You
win the
can
whole
do
thing.
that. Especially because they already kind of got like
Got it all
Team
set
and
up.
everything. got
yeah,
the
yeah,
uniforms.
the coaches, things
Right,
like that.
right.
But like, I know like a bunch of youth. I mean, they're football programs, but a lot of like I said, they play multiple sports, things like that. We own a daycare center, so
Right.
we know a bunch of other people that own daycare centers and stuff like that from being in the space. But I'm pretty sure they got little kids who play basketball and things like that. You go to like fucking community bike works,
Right.
put some flyers up there, bro.
Play.
Honestly, that just made me so excited. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm sitting here brainstorming. I'm like, we could fucking get ATs, bro. I'm sitting here right now, like
Right.
brainstorming. So this is definitely something I want to talk about off camera for sure.
And then we definitely want it to be like our tournament. We want it to be like a family affair. You know what I mean? It's not just about the men in the community. It's not just about the women in the community. It's about the community as a whole. You know what I mean? So that's
Right.
why we have the music. That's why we have the different food vendors. That's why we have the different activities.
I
'Cause we
agree.
want like the whole community to come and just be a part of it.
So
And
just to
and
quickly interject, so I heard about this through you actually. I think it was right around the time that we started pairing up, like around summer. I think.
Everybody who's talking is my man in the chair.
Yeah.
He's Staffa.
So
Staffa on the ones and twos.
The interesting thing was, he told me, dude, you should come out. And I think I remember you mentioned, and you were like, it's so cool going out there because it's just family. And
Right.
the number one thing is running into people that you knew
Yeah.
from back then. I think you said you'd be seeing everybody with the baby straps
Yeah,
on.
yeah. All the people, like, people used to cut my ass, bro. Oh, you got all them damn kids.
I'll let you say. Yeah, so that was
There's
fun.
all my friends, because I started having kids at 19, and now I got 3, and I have more kids than most of the people around my age. Well, it's not anymore, but there was a time where I was the only person with fucking 3 kids at like
Yeah, bro.
25 years
God
old.
bless you. I got one, man. One's enough.
And you
still
got a
got
little
the egg,
girl
bro.
too.
Right.
Girls are a different animal.
Oh, man.
They're needy as fuck.
Right.
Like they're beautiful souls, but they're needy. Little girls are
Crazy,
needy.
bro.
But all my friends used to be cutting my ass. You got all them kids. You got a daycare. Like all them jokes. all types of shit, bro. All types of shit. But now, like I'm at the age where all of my kids are self-sufficient. Like
Right.
my son and my daughter turn 4 and 7 next week, and my eldest turns 10 at the end of the year. Like they know how to eat. They know how to feed themselves, wipe their own ass pretty much. Like, you know what I'm saying? So my kids are self-sufficient. So my part of being dad, like the hardest part, like the baby stages in my mind, it's over. But I go down there and I see grown men that I went to high school who talk shit to me with babies strapped to their chest. Like, look at this nigga, you got baby titties. Like, yeah. So I think it's cool, bro. And like I said, like the environment, you guys have cultivated an environment where people want to bring their kids down there.
Right.
Like it's still competitive. You're still gonna get the ball players arguing amongst each other and things like that. But it's all love at the end of the day. We all know why we down there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you guys did a great job and are doing a great job of creating the culture that I think honestly he would be proud of at this point.
For sure.
So what do you do for a living? I know what you do because I'm gonna segue this into high school a little bit. We're gonna go down memory lane a little bit. So what do
Well,
you-
as of right now, I'm kind of searching for a new job, more or less.
He said, "It's Friday."
I got fired on my day off.
What you trying to fill the clubhouse? Nah, it's cool, bro. I'm one of those people that's like, bro. Honestly, if you don't love what you do, I don't fucking.
even try to do it.
I don't even like. I don't expect nobody to stay nowhere and do anything they don't truly love to do. So I don't give a fuck. And bro, there's a will, there's a
Yeah,
way.
and I think
Right.
that's the thing too, is really trying to find something, because I'm not the type of person to go and waste my time to go work here for 6 months and then gotta leave and then go back. Like the last job I had, I worked there for like 5 years straight, and it was just like, damn, this is lit. Then it was like, all right.
Yeah, it's run its course. I think also too, when you get to a place where you create something and you watch it sprout, it also kind of makes it harder for you to think that you can't do that in other areas of your
Right.
life.
With anything.
exactly.
Yeah.
I agree.
So I respect it, bro.
So
I
we just
respect
kind of
it.
want to explore different, you know what I mean, options and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So I got
And you?
So now it's my first year teaching.
Wait, you're teaching now?
I'm a teacher now, yeah.
Oh,
Physical
shit.
education and health, man. You said you do. Right.
No.
He had
His
said
job,
that,
his job
I thought he
before
knew.
wasn't teaching. I know you worked at like Allen, but I didn't know it was like a
Right.
full-time thing.
This guy.
I didn't know it was a full-time thing.
Yeah,
This
man.
guy.
Now that's
Congratulations, bro.
Thanks, man. Oh yeah. Thanks, man.
Or just slide it, bro. If you
It's good. No, you're
Yeah.
good. It's good, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, man, it's not bad, all right? It's at Allen High School. I used to, we all used to go there. So
Like I said, we all used to go
teaching
there. We had to.
freshmen. Right.
had to,
We
we
have
had
no
to.
choice, but teaching freshmen health. So
He's gonna adjust it for you.
But yeah, we were just teaching. I'm teaching freshman health, teaching PE. I'm actually coaching too. I coach wrestling. I coach the seventh, eighth, and ninth graders.
Okay.
So junior high wrestling. But
How does that feel? Like to once, because it wasn't that long ago. Like to once be sitting in those shoes, and now you're the authority figure, and you have to lead now.
so at first, man, it was definitely unique. I'm only 28 years old. The kids know I'm younger, right? So it's kind of like sometimes a battle to try to get them to kind of like respect you at your age. But
Right.
once you start building relationships with them, it becomes way easier. You're able to like kind of be like, yo, don't do that. Just chill.
do-
You know what I mean?
do-
You know, I'm real calm. I don't really raise my
like,
voice.
come on,
but-
dude. Fucking use your head,
let's
bro.
go.
Relax, man.
You know what I mean? Like,
Relax,
come on.
man.
It's not, you know what I mean?
Does
But-
I would think that like being younger, being youthful would be easier to.
I don't know.
No?
I don't know, because I think sometimes, like, I could remember even when we were in school, like, there was a lot of the younger teachers that were like our friends. So it was like
Right.
they were in class with us, and as a, like you said, a figure and someone that you look up to for authority, you can't be that person.
Yeah, you can,
So
it's
some
hard to
people
be
get-
their friend and
yeah.
yeah.
So a
You
lot of
have
people
to-
go back think they're still in high school. It's like, nah, man, you're 23 years old, 24. Like, just again, relax, man.
Just
Right.
wait till you're able to say, "Nigga, I got kids your age."
Everybody start acting like that. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
don't come across like you're still 21, 18, trying to mess with you. Like, come on, man. People are
Right.
crazy, bro.
And that's why I have to be like real stern, but still able to have like real life conversations. You know what I mean? Because at that age, they're going through a lot of crazy stuff, which probably we've all been through a lot of crazy stuff at that age. So it's kind of like trying to show them that you're able to relate, but you're still not friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're trying to draw those boundaries. So once you find your boundary, and the kids will start to respect you and things like that. But
Okay.
I'm telling you, my first day of school, man, I was so nervous. I've never been in front of a class before.
So how the fuck am I gonna do this?
Right, man.
What
These
am I about to
kids,
say?
I walked in the first day, I was like, 30 kids sitting there looking at me. I'm looking right back. Looking right back at them like, oh, man.
Good morning.
Everybody's like,
You thought I was nervous to come on here,
it
man.
looked like every meme that just
I
looks
was-
at you. is-
Right. But like I said, it's definitely rewarding. Once you're able to get to build those relationships with the kids and start to show them like what they're doing, it's not that it's the wrong way, but there's a better way to go about it.
Right.
You know what I
There's
mean?
a thousand
Things
ways
like
to
that.
skin a cat.
Right.
I realized like working with like younger kids. I mean, I work with like really young kids.
God
but,
bless you.
And they say, God bless you. Yeah,
I'll tell you, them little kids, man.
they're little animals.
Right. It's great, bro.
They got so much fucking energy. It's nuts.
man.
Yeah.
Energy.
But it is really rewarding work, especially like when you realize like I fucking care about these little motherfuckers,
Right,
yo.
right,
And then like you spend your time investing in them and pouring into them, and then like some of that shit clicks for them,
Right.
and then you're
right.
like,
they
wow,
can tell, right?
like,
They pick up on it.
yeah,
they can tell.
you realize there's a dynamic change, and then it's like, wow, like I really have the opportunity to impact these people. Like I can only imagine like 20 years down the line if you're still doing it, still passionate about it, and your kids come back and they're like, damn, man, I used to sit in this seat, and you're just like, yo, man, you fucking used to get on my nerves, bro.
Right, right.
Yeah, all the time.
Do you have any students like that like they could push the buttons?
So I feel like,
You ain't gotta say their names.
right. They I have students that definitely.
Little Lucy,
def-
Little Lucy first period.
Yeah, right.
They definitely know how to push buttons, but like I said, I feel like sometimes I have more patience with them than my kids. It's kind of crazy to say, but like I said, I know a lot
That's
of
because
them.
they other people's kids.
Right. Right, I definitely have more patience with them. But like I get it, because sometimes, their only outlet is school.
Yeah.
Right? That's the only place where they can kind of express themselves freely sometimes and things like that. So
Congregates, the
Right.
one place
All
they
that,
see all
yeah.
their friends at.
Right.
You know what I mean?
sometimes they might not have food at home, things like that. So you just have to be able to kind of take a step back and realize like you don't know what their situation is before they get here. So you kind of want to
What do you teach?
health.
Health, okay.
Right. So I teach health, and then I'm in the gym too. So I teach PE. And
Oh, you get all the fun stuff. Niggas be waiting at the door with the basketballs.
right, man. You should hear some of the questions I get, man, are crazy. It's like, man.
All right, what's the wildest shit you heard?
Yo. Yeah, I don't even know where to start.
The school
man.
chronicles.
Yo, so we were talking about smoking, right? And I have a lesson about tobacco, how it's bad for you. I gave out a test, right? And a lot of times before my test, we go over all these different lessons and things like that. So one of the questions was, what is mainstream smoke? right? And I gave them multiple choice. They get 4 options to pick. One of the kids circled breathing in smoke from a burning house. I was like, bro, what?
They got smoke
We've been going
inhalation.
over this for a week. A week.
He said, "You been sleeping, huh?"
Well, what's the answer to that?
And so it's smoke exhaled from the lungs, right? 'Cause
Okay.
it's like the person smoking.
Yeah.
But like, come on, man.
They-
From the
they-
burning, like,
from
when
a
have we
burning
ever
house?
spoke about a burning house?
Yeah. I never said nothing.
I'm
about
thinking
a burning
in
house.
my head when I'm making this question. Yo, no one's gonna get this wrong. No one's gonna get this wrong.
He said, "I'm at Allen. I'm at Allen. I'm at Allen."
But once he did that, I was like, bro, come over here.
He said, "Let me
Right?
talk-
I
let me
said,
holler
now
at
we
you."
talked about. I was like, I'm gonna give you a chance to take this test again. You know what I mean? Like I said, I like giving opportunities. I know that sometimes people don't have the chance to like study, and you know what I mean. Sometimes you have to go home and be like a parent to your siblings and things like that. So I was like, you know what? Maybe you had an off night. Tomorrow we'll retake this test. We retook it. He did better. All right, let's just say he did better.
Okay,
He didn't get that
improvement.
Improvement.
That's all you can
Right?
ask for.
Right?
That's
all
what
I
it's
asked
about,
for,
man. Improvement, man.
That's all you can ask for.
Bro, that's awesome that you ended up back at the same place you went to school at and things, and you're contributing and more than just teaching. You know what I'm saying? Some of these teachers, they clock out, they go home to fucking Schnecksville, and they're so far away from the problems of what these kids actually have to deal with that go to Allen High School. Like you said, a lot of these kids, they might not have food at home. They might have parents that work all fucking day and they govern themselves.
Right.
And you don't really know what they're battling.
Right.
But you get an opportunity to kind of like leave your imprint on it, as especially being in their shoes just not so many years ago.
Right.
As far as wrestling, how's that feel?
Man, it's good, man.
Like
I
coaching,
say-
because we were wrestling teammates. I remember one time I had to wrestle his ass. It was a total waste of my time.
That ain't go well, right? Yeah.
Total
No,
waste.
that ain't go well. I remember he wrestled JJ the one time because he was talking crazy to him. They had JJ by his neck, like neck bent. He's like, don't
Yeah,
try
just
it, bro.
don't- yeah.
Don't try it, bro.
He used to look so bored wrestling some people.
Yeah,
like he would do this move where he would just like, he'd walk up on them and he'd like get his arms, like underhook them, and he'd just like start fucking like yanking them up until like the kids like had no, like they're like this, and he just plop them on their ass, and he's just sitting there and he's be sitting up the entire time. Like I watched him pin somebody in like 18 seconds the one time or some
Yeah.
crazy shit.
They still don't believe, man. Fastest pinal in history.
Yeah.
5 seconds.
5 seconds.
Man.
Okay, that's what it was.
5 seconds.
Bro, it was.
East Stroudsburg. East Stroudsburg. That's where he was at tournament.
Search
They don't believe me. They don't believe me.
Yo,
That's it.
no, like, I was there. That was my senior year, right? Your 11th grade year.
11th grade year, yeah.
Yo, it was like they wrestled. And that was it. Bro, the kid went out there, he just kind of fell over like a fucking pin. You know what I mean? That's incredible, bro.
Yeah, that is
but,
insane. 5 seconds.
There was times with Vigo, like Vigo, he's so good that he was lazy.
Yeah.
That shit would piss me off.
That's a lot of people, though.
It would
That's
piss
a
me
lot of
off,
talent.
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah. But like he would go out and he would wrestle, but like he had to be pissed off. I remember the one time Coach Drake was yelling at you because you were kind of just like fucking around. You were on the bottom and you're just sitting there. You're like looking. And he's like, Vigo, stand up. And you're like looking at him and your arms are in. And the kid tries to like do a cross face and he busts your lip. I'm not sure if you remember this. But you got pissed off when he bust your lip. And the ref called time. And Coach Drake is like yelling at you like when you walk over and you're
Right,
getting your
with the
lip
blood,
patched up. And you're just like not even looking at him. You're just staring at this kid the entire time they're patching up your lip. I'm like, he's gonna fuck him up when he goes back out there. He's like, motherfucker, you made me bleed.
Yeah,
Like,
he's about to kill him.
yeah.
Bro.
So like your philosophy as a coach, you know what I mean? What do you bring to these kids? What do you try to give them to make them better wrestlers?
So I would say, like you said, in high school, I won't lie, I was kind of lazy, right? Even in my first couple years at college wrestling, I won't lie, I was pretty lazy. But what I got from them was what's it called? I think it's like full force, we used to say, or high energy, one of the two. And that's what I try to instill in them. I want them to go as fast as they possibly can. I want them to, when it comes to training, man, we gotta train hard. We're back. If you think about it, all these other kids that they're wrestling, they've probably taken tens of thousands of shots. A lot of my kids are first year kids.
Yeah.
So every day I want them we teach them the basics. We go over it daily. You know what I mean? And I want them to know that they can get good at the sport. They just got to put in the effort. You know what I mean?
I think wrestling is a sport
tough,
that
man. Toughest
a lot
sport.
more people should get their kids involved in. Not only is it like some form of like self-defense, but it teaches you a lot about yourself, bro. When you're standing in a room that's 105 degrees,
Right.
and you got to do wind sprints, and then you got to go into 2-minute intervals of wrestling outside of your weight class, lighter than your weight class. Like it is all high intensity, bro. I used to hate walking into that room, like. You go from the locker room that's 75 degrees and you walk into 30 degrees hotter. It's like, what the fuck you guys doing to us? Like,
Right. At one point, my mom got tired of the laundry, man. That alone,
you
man. That alone
sweat,
is
yo,
awful.
bro. You just sweat standing there, let
Right.
alone having to move and wrestle against other people and things like that. But I think it's one of those sports that everybody should
At least try, man. At least try it.
And so much of it can be put into other sports as well. Like wrestlers make really good fucking football players. Like
Right.
your perfect form tackle is a double leg.
A double leg, yeah.
You know what I mean? The fact that you constantly have to have a high motor, you know what I'm saying? Basketball is one of those sports where you're up and down the court in transitions and shit like that. Like a lot of that sport is transferable to other things. So
Right.
I highly recommend it. And then like you said, like a lot of these kids are first year kids. You go over to Bethlehem, to the east side of Allentown, Nazareth, all these kids are wrestling at
Forever,
5
man.
years
Yeah,
old.
from 4 they begin throwing around. And
Yeah,
stuff, yeah.
and then you're wrestling somebody with 10 years of experience by the time you're a freshman in high school. You're like,
Yeah.
you
But
know,
it's nice, man. So I'll say our first match, right? Our kids get killed. I'm not gonna lie, they get killed. But once we get to the fourth match, I start seeing kids putting things together, man, and you're like, wow. You
They're
know what I mean?
committed. Nobody likes
They
getting
start
their ass
getting
whooped.
better, man. They
right,
start getting
right.
better. You start seeing it. Like we had a kid. So I had a girl placed in junior high districts, and we had a couple kids make it to the second day of districts. And these are
that's
kids
nice.
that, like I said, it's
First
probably
year
their
guys.
first year.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? It's just nice to see that they're able to start putting things together, and your coaching's working.
and you can learn a lot over 4 years. So you're dealing with 7th, 8th, and 9th graders.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? By the time they're getting into high school and to go become seniors, bro, if they stay committed and you guys got a nice off-season program,
Right.
you could play somewhat of catch up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. It's not impossible.
It's not
You just have to
impossible.
want it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Are you doing any like youth programs like with basketball and things like that?
Coaching? No, I haven't got into my coaching career yet. I think for me,
What you
I'm
waiting
still-
on? That's a real question.
I still, when I play the game, I still have that love of like running around and sweating out there. Even when I'm on the sidelines at games, I'm like, I don't even want to watch. Like I still want to jump into it. I still having the availability to do that. So I can still run and jump, do all that. So I still stay with that.
Are you playing in the adult men's leagues?
Yeah,
and
I
stuff
play
like that.
every Sunday. There's a league that I play in. I just got finished with another league that was Mondays.
What's your average?
Yeah, exactly. exactly. Just
about
basic. I keep it in the middle. You know, I don't work out nearly as much as I used to. But again, sometimes it gets personal. You know, you
Yeah.
feel it in yourself. Like this isn't about me going against you. It's about me for myself.
Right.
And you turn that little motor on and you see it. Then there's other times you're like, man, I should just give this shit up right now.
This shit hurt.
Like, yeah.
This shit
like-
hurt.
So I'm telling you,
start doing bad, like you're just like, damn, you could tell I don't practice. Like,
Yeah.
you know, and that's the thing is, as kids too, like when I was a kid, I never really wanted to practice. Like I love playing
Practice?
basketball.
Yeah, practice.
I love playing basketball and games, but I never really wanted to practice. Like my dad would be like, let's go to the court. I'll shoot around with him for like 30 minutes. He'll be yelling at me. I'll be like, man, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
But like if I would have spent another 30 minutes of that for 10 years, maybe you don't know what could have been. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
It could have made the
and it's hard
difference.
to install that into kids too, because a lot of kids, like you said with him
think that's
wrestling,
a
I was
moment,
that the
man.
kid on the basketball team that was just fucking around the whole time.
It is, but it's
around.
also hard too because your dad was a coach.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's very hard to, like you said, like my dad's trying to like help me get better, and I was just like, man, I don't want to fucking do this shit. I just want to shoot. I just want to shoot around, Dad.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like, and it's always. I realized that with my son, like trying to coach, because I love football, trying to coach him football, and also try to like just have fun with him as my son. It's the lines are just so blurred,
Yes,
and there's so many
yeah.
times that he don't want to deal with me, even when I'm just trying to be dad at home.
Right,
He's
right.
like, nigga, I had to deal with you as coach. Fuck out of my face,
Right.
you know.
right,
So,
right.
but
Constantly getting yelled at, and you're like, man, you yell at me in practice. Now I come here, you still
Yeah,
yelling
you
at
still
me.
yelling
like,
at me,
man,
bro. Like, when am I gonna-
doing anything right?
yeah, and that's how my son like, I can't do nothing right.
right.
Like, I realized like I had to stop coaching. I stopped coaching my son. Like I don't coach my son anymore. Like whenever we go to hit the field, it's all play, and it's just because like it's hard to create that balance and things like that.
Right.
But man, I think you should be out there fucking coaching kids, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, especially if you got the motor to still run around. Like you can be.
A lot of coaches don't.
A lot of coaches don't. A lot of coaches just like they coach from the sideline. Nah, you want to do this or. But you could be like, look, I was like, you know,
Yeah, like this. Like,
yeah. And like he said, like it's very gratifying work too. So
Right.
it's not even work. Like it's just like it feels good to know.
I would
that.
do it for free.
Yeah, man.
honestly, you know what I mean? Like,
Find one of these programs, HR man, get your ass out there, bro.
I do.
Shit.
A lot of people do message me honestly about being a coach of their programs at different places. Again, I just haven't really been like, you know what, I'm gonna do that. Just time too. Like the last year I traveled the most I've ever traveled in my life. Like going on vacations and stuff. Like I never traveled at all. I went to Los Angeles one time. That was my first time on a plane in 2019.
Right.
That's a nice location to go to.
It was my
nice,
last
man.
time. Yeah,
It's a good
you know what I'm
trip.
saying?
That's it, bro. The first time I ever got on a plane, I went to Ohio.
30-minute flight.
But you know, that's a cool ass experience. How was that?
It was good, man. That was me,
That
him,
was
and
fun,
Kobee.
yeah.
Me, him, and Kobee went together out
Does
there.
it look all tinted yellow?
Everything's just slow motion, man.
it's way different.
Yeah, everything is just slow motion. Like it feels
California
like you're
compared
a
to here,
dream.
man,
Like,
way
everyone's just
different.
like,
It feels like no one has anywhere to go.
yeah, really.
Like nobody's in a rush.
It felt like everybody was on vacation.
Right.
It wasn't just us. Like, I felt like everybody was like,
Nigga said we on a different time.
Right, and
Bro,
we're
it's
just walking
crazy.
to go get food. We're walking behind people. People are walking from us. We're like, "Ooh, excuse me." Ooh,
Yeah.
and like,
Right,
where
we're
you going?
dodging
We're just going to get food.
Yeah.
Like, y'all don't got work or nothing. Like,
What y'all rushing for?
Like, I'm just trying to get to where I'm going. I don't know.
Right.
That's
it's
funny.
definitely, bro. It's definitely different compared to up here. Up here, everybody has somewhere to be. Everybody's real fast paced. Nobody just they sit back and they actually like. It feels like they sit back and actually appreciate what's in front of them.
Right.
And I feel like a
where
lot
they
of
live,
times.
yeah.
Maybe
People
it's where we come from. Maybe like we always feel like we're racing the clock.
It's always constantly like the
Right.
mindset.
Some-
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And it's
let's
crazy
go.
because our minds are like that a lot of times too. I'm pretty sure you're probably thinking about 5 things you gotta do once we get out of here. You know what I mean?
It's crazy too. I was just like, I wonder because we started late. So I'm like, I wonder what time it is. Because I know at 3:00, like we started talking about time and then like my mind started going.
Yeah.
But yo, man, time is something I don't think we all appreciate enough. You know what I mean? Like it's the only thing we're really fighting against is time.
Right.
Like,
Right.
you know. Do you guys feel like you have a good usage of your time?
I think now, yeah, finding more happiness with my time and doing things that actually like bring me joy.
Yeah.
Instead of like always trying to just go hang out in my room, instead of just going to sit down on the couch, like going outside and really enjoying the world for what it is and where we live. Because like you said, time is like, you never know when your time, you could have 10 minutes left. You could have 2 minutes
Right.
left. You could have 100 years left. You never
Yeah.
know. So making the most out of whatever that is that. And it's like you said, I think it's just where we come from. Like we were raised like that. Like you never know what's going to happen because we've seen this happen. We've seen this happen.
Yeah,
That
it's like
occurred.
conditioning.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, you know what? That could be me tomorrow. So I'm going to live today to the best and call tomorrow what it is.
Yeah, facts.
I think having my daughter made me appreciate time a lot more too, because now it's like it's our time. It's not just about what I want to do. You know what I mean? It's not
Right.
just about my time, but it's like our time now. So it's good to like spend that time that you have free with you know what I mean, my daughter, my wife, and things like that. So-
Look at my man, sound
Right.
like a grown man over here.
right? No cliche, man. For real stuff.
We got 5 left. Okay. I want to talk about it. You don't got no kids yet.
Nah, I don't got no kids, man.
I'm done. Don't look
Nigga
this way,
say I'm
man.
done. You got a vasectomy?
Nope.
You ain't done.
nope. Nope.
You
No,
ain't-
I'm done.
you
No
ain't done
swimmers.
then.
No swimmers.
No.
You ain't done
I
that.
am done.
I'm not even gonna hold you. Like my wife keeps bringing up the fact that she wants more kids. I got a vasectomy a couple years ago, and she keeps bringing up the fact that she wants more kids. Somewhere inside of me, I would like to have another one, but bro, like. Kids are a lot of fucking work, bro.
Bro, it's a lot of work.
They're a lot of money.
Patience.
They're a lot of patience. They're a lot of, and the biggest thing is, right, I'll be honest, I got a vasectomy because like I want to enjoy the rest of my life. Like it's selfish. But I got 3 of them.
Right.
So I'm just like, you know, hopefully they do great things in the world because like that's all the world is getting from me.
And it's good though, but because your kids are, like you said, you have a 10-year-old and a 3 and a 4-year-old, right?
No, a 7 and a 7. And, he's gonna be 4 and 7.
So by the time they're like 20, you'll be what?
I think we'll be done having with all of our kids before we're like 42 years old.
Bro, you still have so much time after
Yeah.
that, right? That's not bad.
But hopefully I make it. Anything can happen. You know what I'm saying?
That's
I
true.
am planning to be here. Like I thought about this. I was like, how many years would be okay for me to be like, I lived a good life? And I think what was it? 85 was the age I said. Like if I could get 85 years, I think I'll be content. I would like to live to at least be 95 though. 95 is like beyond ideal.
Right.
85, I would love to get 85 years out of it.
I feel like for me, it's like I want to still be able to do what I want to do. So like once that's taken away, then it's like,
Yeah,
you know
fuck
what I
this
mean?
shit.
Like-
I'm out of here, dog.
Right,
I'm ready
right.
to
Never
go.
Right, so if I'm at 85 and I can still do it, then okay. But if I'm at 85 and I'm over
And,
here
yeah, you shitting in a
begging,
bag or
begging for
something.
help and stuff,
Yeah.
man, it's like it's time.
I've
Man.
fallen and I can't get up.
And it's crazy because I always think like the scary topic for me is like making sure my kids are, or at least my daughter's prepared for when I'm not there.
Right.
That's what I'd be thinking about sometimes. Like, damn, is she gonna be? You know what I mean?
Am I giving her?
You just
all-
got caught saying kids. That was plural.
Oh
right?
no.
Oh, he did say
Yeah, I
kids.
It's on the way.
I
He said it's on the
myself.
way.
We heard that. Freaking. But when are you planning to have kids? Cause
Man, I'm working on it, man. You know, one day.
Nigga
next
said
couple
one
years.
day.
Nah, I got a girlfriend now. I've been with her for about a little close to a year, a little over that. So it's starting with that. I haven't had that in, just went to college. and
don't do
came
it
back.
until y'all live together.
Right.
Exactly until it's right.
You gotta
And that's
see
the
her
thing.
nasty
It's not
habits.
rushing because
Time,
a lot
all
of people jump like, oh man, I'm with you. Let's have a
Yeah,
kid, and it's like,
yeah.
nah, we can't do that. We gotta make sure we're both prepared for it and ready to take that step.
Definitely
in our future
enjoy each
for
other
sure.
before that too.
Yeah.
man.
Right.
Before we had our first kid, we were together for about 5 years, so we were actually able to like really enjoy being just us two before we.
Yeah. The one thing, like I wish we waited just a little bit longer than what we did, because like it seemed like the moment we actually got money, like enough money to start doing shit, like our money went into us being
that.
parents.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And now,
see
like
that.
when we're like booking vacations, it's like, damn man, this could only be $1,600, and now it's $3,800. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's probably the biggest blow. Like it's like, damn man. So we get like one big vacation a year, and then like we take little small trips, because it's just like, yo man, everything's fucking expensive,
Yeah,
bro.
it's only getting more expensive.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like I
man.
said, just going back to me vacationing and stuff. Like I've been to Puerto Rico, St. Louis, New Orleans.
Damn,
and
he went to
that
all
in
the places I
in
ain't
the
been yet,
last
and I
year.
want
Bro,
to
you gotta go to
go.
New Orleans,
In the last
man.
year.
That's
New Orleans
fire.
is too hot, man. Don't do it,
No,
bro.
no, it was a good time,
Don't
though.
do it.
It's
bro.
I was
It
there.
It was a good time.
Louisiana.
It was a
It
good
was
time,
a good
though.
time, but it was too hot,
bro.
man.
I know we only got
Way
5
too
minutes,
hot.
but New Orleans is different, man. That's a different place.
Is the
Man,
food
no.
good?
The food is good,
food
but
is good.
it's
Food is
different
good.
over there, man.
What is it?
Like,
The music, just the culture.
Bro.
The vibe is just
The vibe is
different.
different.
I've
Southern
never
hospitality.
walked. Right, definitely Southern hospitality.
It's real.
It's real.
But I've
It
never
is.
like walked the main block at like 2 in the afternoon and see someone doing some crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, bro, what?
Bro, what?
And me and him. So basically, we're walking to Bourbon Street, right? It's probably like a Thursday, maybe. We were there for maybe a week, maybe 7 days a week. We're
not
walking
bad.
down Bourbon Street, 3 o'clock. You know what I mean? Go get a drink. We're walking. We look to our left, man. And you just see like somebody doing drugs, man. Bro, but like.
Like real
Like the hard-
drugs.
like
Yeah,
the
like
hard
stuff.
stuff.
Right
drugs,
on the
bro,
middle of
in
the
the middle
block,
of
bro.
Bourbon Street. And people were just walking by.
This is 3 a.m. or 3 in the afternoon?
Nah,
3 in
3
the
p.m.
afternoon.
3 p.m.
My man needed his afternoon fix.
3 in the afternoon.
Wild times out there.
We're walking. I'm over here like,
Yo, Pete.
On the floor shaking with it. Like, come
Yo,
on,
I heard
man.
there's
sad, but yeah.
parts of Louisiana that never really recovered from Katrina.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, shit.
Yeah, there was a boat that we see.
Bourbon Street is the main street. So
Yeah,
basically,
that's-
I've never
yeah,
been
that's
to
the
New Orleans.
strip.
I plan on going there. So
You
this
gotta
main
go.
strip, the number one thing you asked about, what's there? You hit the nail on the head. Food, music.
Music, yeah.
Right.
So the vibe's also like Southern hospitality. If you're going down Bourbon Street, it's the only spot where you can just go down one strip
Right.
and find
everything.
Everything.
You can
That's
drink.
everything.
You take your drink from this
you
bar
can-
to that bar.
I was gonna
Right.
say, can you walk through the streets with
Yes.
it? Yeah.
no
Oh,
question.
that's fire.
They don't care about nothing.
We
like
gotta
that.
go to Bourbon Street.
Yeah, you definitely.
Yeah, I
take that
know.
trip, man.
I
got-
recommend it.
My man did everything this past year. That's what's up, bro.
Right, the last
Yo,
year,
that's
why I
what
said it's
life's
been
all
nice, though.
about.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Is really using my time wisely for myself more to see different things instead of thinking Allentown. You know, I don't think Allentown is it, but when you live here and you've been here all the time, it's just like, well, I'm in Allentown.
It's
I'm going
regular
to-
degular.
Yeah,
I
but I'm
grew
like,
up
we
here,
don't really
live here.
appreciate what we have here as well, just because we're from here. It's like, oh, it's only this. It's only the market, but it's like, well, it's in Allentown. Why don't you go enjoy it? It's
Yeah.
where you're from, you know?
Me and my wife do that every time. Like we got to go out of town for something. There's always some dope shit going on here in the city, and I'm just like, yo, man, like we leave at the worst times and we're here during the worst times.
Right.
Like there ain't shit going on when we're here. But like this city is starting to do more things. Like we got a beer fest, music fest is big.
Right.
Fucking we be having all types of like culture parties. Like Cinco de Mayo it rained, but we have like Cinco de Mayo festivals and shit like that. So Allentown's blowing up. Even where we are shooting this podcast right now, on this shit is here and it's new.
Definitely
and it's
new.
like
You know what I'm
in
saying?
the summertime,
Nice,
people out here drinking, playing cornhole, live music. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So even this, like they're trying to create the vibes for the people that live here. We are coming up on the time. Is there any final thoughts you guys want to leave the people with?
KNT Basketball, man. Give us a follow on Instagram, Facebook, everything. Any questions or concerns, just send a message. We'll take care of anything you need, man.
You mentioned the website, so you want to shout out the website real quick where they can go online?
Oh, www.kntbasketball.org.
There you go.
All the information you need has our team members on there, how to register for teams, what sponsors we get, different pictures. And again, if you have any questions, you can always message us on social media. I know that's people's favorite thing to do these days. So,
Right.
DMs and shit. Yeah.
And then I just want to thank you guys for having us. Like I said, we've been talking about it for a while.
Right,
Clap
right.
it up, clap it up.
Right, yeah. We'll give him a clap, we'll give him a clap, we'll give him a clap.
We're gonna have to do it again with Andrew here.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I said, we just want to thank you for letting us be on your platform.
For sure. Yeah,
Nah, thank you guys
appreciate
for thank you guys for coming up here and doing this. Like I think what you guys are doing is dope. I think what you guys are giving back to the community is something that first of all is new. We're just now in an age where like mental health is becoming a thing. And you guys are leading the revolution by bringing something that like basketball, which a lot of people love. It's not gender specific. And then you're also bringing something to light that we all deal with on a regular basis. So, you know what I'm saying? I commend you guys for what you guys are doing. I commend the way you guys are going about it. And as long as you guys keep doing the shit y'all doing and the way y'all doing it, bro, you have me and my wife's support 100%. You have this podcast support and whatever we could do to help keep pushing the envelope and keep raising awareness, bro. We got your back 100%,
Thank
man.
you, bro. I appreciate
Thank
that,
you
bro.
guys, man.
Yeah.
I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for being patient, man. Yo, it took like, we started the show like 40 minutes late because we got some new equipment, you know what I mean? Big shout out to my man Staffa, running Valley Click Media, getting everything ready to rock and roll for us, making sure that everything runs smoothly. Shout out to my man Josh, AFK Studios, for allowing us to shoot here and believing in everything that we're building here at the Dope Individuals Only podcast. Thank you to my wife for the new equipment, helping the podcast grow a little bit, man. Yo, listen, this is something that is only gonna keep going up from here. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening, man. And stay tuned, man. More dope shit with more dope individuals. Shoot for the moon. If you miss, you still amongst the stars. Peace.
Just to live it out. Say what's on your mind just to hear it loud. Everybody knows me, really that's the old me. Going through some changes right here and now. I've been on my grind just to live it out. Say what's on your mind just to hear it loud. Everybody knows me, really that's the old me.